Hey guys, this is Kristen with the Hiss'n Kitten Waxing Center, and I'm going to go over who can wax. Now, before I get started, if any of y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to comment down below, like, subscribe. Also, if you are on Facebook and you are either a licensed professional esthetician, cosmetologist, or currently in SD or Cosmo school, and you like to join groups and be a part of communities, then feel free to join Wax Club. It is for professionals only, but it is a really great group of people. So if you are interested, feel free to join. Now let's jump in. So who can wax? Is there an age limit for when you should stop waxing? I get this question all the time. No, there is absolutely no age limit when you need to stop waxing. You should feel confident at any age. And I've had clients as young as 12 with a parent there, of course. And we would do like face, underarms, legs, arms, brows, stuff like that. And then I've had them all the way up until their 80s. And that does include Brazilians. So hair never stops growing, unfortunately, and there is no reason that you can't continue or even start waxing later in life. Waxing is amazing because there are so many different benefits that you should be able to take advantage of and just have one less thing to worry about. So I'm going to go over some of those with you right now. First one, waxing thins out your hair. So some of those hair follicles will get killed off whenever you wax. So you're pulling the hair from the root. So normally from like the first to second appointment, about half the hair comes back, which is amazing. It also means that it hurts less. So that's phenomenal. So I always tell my clients, never judge a wax from your first one. Come back a second time, then you can judge it and see if you like it. Because the first wax to the second wax, there is such a massive difference in how the appointment goes because the hair's already been pulled out from the root once. So the second one is always so much easier. Which brings me to my next thing, that when the hair does grow back in, it's gonna grow back softer and finer. It's a brand new baby hair. So the hair itself is a lot finer compared to a hair that you've been shaving, and it's gonna feel like thick and prickly and like harder because it wasn't pulled from the root. So definitely, like I said, it's gonna make it hurt less, and then it's not gonna bother you as much because there's gonna be less of it, and it's not going to be as thick as it was before. What else? You don't have to deal with razor burn, which if you're someone like me, I get terrible razor burn. It is absolutely awful. And that alone just is great. If you don't have to deal with razor burn, then you're lucky. You don't know what I'm talking about. But that's because the hair is getting pulled from the root. So with waxing, it just doesn't exist, which is great. Now, number 4, the maintenance of waxing is so much less because you only have to get it done once a month. I always tell my clients anywhere from like 3 to 6 weeks is like the best time to get waxed, because if it's earlier than 3 weeks, the hair can be too short. If it's later, longer than 6 weeks, the hair can be too long, which can then make the wax like pull on it more whenever the waxer is spreading the wax on the skin. So 3 to 6 weeks is like the best time to get waxed. But only having to deal with it roughly once a month is so much easier than having to shave. Like there's people, I mean, like that shave every day. If you just think about how much time you'll save how much time you'll save in this shower, not having to deal with it. That's just one less thing to worry about in our crazy lives. So for me, absolutely worth it. I'd rather deal with it once a month and then not have to worry about it instead of having to constantly get rid of the hair that is growing back. You'll also avoid unnecessary cuts from shaving. Like I always tend to cut my knees and my ankles, which are awful. So that is huge. And I always feel like my best right after a wax. I know my clients do too. So if you just don't have to deal with the potential of like cutting yourself, getting a scar or a scab or whatever, that alone just makes it so much better. And also it can be extra dangerous for an elderly person to shave, especially if they're on blood thinning medication. Like I know my grandmother is on blood thinning medication. So if she did get cut, much higher at risk. So that's never good. Definitely get an extra confidence boost. Like I said, like I always feel so good after I shave. Just not having to worry about it is amazing. So that, I mean, it's hard to explain, but it's just not having to deal with it. Like there's so much stuff that goes on in our lives. Like why add something else? Let's like make our lives easier and take away things so that we can open our brain for more important things to worry about instead of hair. And then also exfoliating mature skin will promote blood flow and collagen, which causes like firmer looking skin. So it keeps your skin from flaking. So waxing is actually like beneficial if you're older too, because it promotes that elasticity, which is always a good thing. So I hope this helps. Anyone can wax. I absolutely recommend it. It's never too late to start. You'll only wish you started sooner. So I hope this helps. Thanks guys. Bye.